No, I wish style. This is Curitiba shopping mall in Curitiba. You can see the military police are everywhere in Brazil. Got this. They always stare at me as well because I look homeless. Oh wait, I'm homeless. No, the airport's pretty far away style. Curitiba, oi tudo bem, Edilon Santos, Florentino. Are you Italian? The Florentino name. But no, I'm here in Curitiba, still homeless. I'm just trying to get a host for tonight. I have a host in Sao Paulo, so I'm just trying to get some money together to get to Sao Paulo again. Because Sao Paulo, I can make great videos there as well. But here in Curitiba, the people are very reserved. It's like Sao Paulo. No, this is Curitiba. I was in Sao Paulo last time, but I had a host here in Curitiba, so I came to Curitiba. He looked after me for a few days, but now I don't have a host. It's like Europe. It's like being in a really unknown town in Europe, except for the people in Brazil are a lot more conservative and scared and cagey, especially in Curitiba because they're not used to foreigners here. But I don't stand out as much because a lot of people are white here, so they're not staring at me all the time, and they treat me like one of their own, which is cool. But it's so peaceful here. But again, it's nothing ever happens here really. It's like it reminds me of being in one of the towns in England. Like it looks very European and it's very grey. I mean, yesterday we had the first sun I've had in days, but the many days are just very overcast, very grey, which makes the people very melancholy. You enjoying Brazil? Yeah, I'm enjoying Brazil. I'm enjoying the nature and adventure because it has everything in Brazil, but just the people are very reserved, very scared and cagey. The dating here is not too good, especially, I don't know if it's me being white or something, because they're scared of me being different. They're scared of what's different. Style knows about that. And you said, remember Style, you said that they're scared of what's different. And, yeah, here's like a rock and roll town. They're into heavy metal music, they're into gothic kind of stuff. It's a very gothic kind of town. It's like being in some parts look like Manchester. Being back in Manchester, very dark, very gothic. Not much to do here. But it's nice to not smell weed in the air. It's the first time in Brazil that I've not smelled any marijuana everywhere. In Rio de Janeiro, you smell it everywhere, which causes a lot of craziness. But here, people are very mellow. So it's hard to do videos here and get people who are really... It's hard to do any fun videos here with the... People are very mellow, very chill, and the women there are hot. Come live in Brazil. You won't be saying that if you come to live in Brazil. I mean, maybe 1% of them are hot, but they're very cagey towards... to me anyway, towards white guys and foreigners. In USA, you can get away with a lot of stuff. You can be really outgoing, make lots of YouTube videos and go along the beaches, and people are really outgoing because they feel safe. But here in Brazil, a lot of people don't feel safe, so they have the guard up, have a very cagey. I mean, a Brazilian in USA is a completely different species from a Brazilian in Brazil, because here you're worried. If you're the majority and you're in poverty, like a lot of them are, they have to worry about getting food and getting a place to stay. And they just want to live a peaceful lifestyle because the majority of Brazil is pretty dangerous to live in. Well, not pretty dangerous. I mean, Rio de Janeiro is pretty dangerous, but the rest of it is okay. But they just want to live a peaceful lifestyle. But I have a place to stay in Sao Paulo, so I'm just trying to get enough money to get back to Sao Paulo. The majority of women are very adorable, very cuddly, very conservative. But yeah, that's why you can't find any white guys doing videos in Brazil saying the Brazilian women are hot, because a Brazilian in Brazil is completely different from a Brazilian in the USA, who's really outgoing and appreciates, because they appreciate the freedom, whereas American women in America, they're spoiled by the freedom that they have, and they're kind of spoiled by it. But a Brazilian in the USA really appreciates the freedom, because then they're not used to having the freedom, the convenience, and to be really outgoing and say what they want and do what they want without any backlash. But here they're constantly thinking about what people think, which is a big waste. They're constantly thinking about what the family, friends think, what religion, thinks, and they're really religious here. So yeah, they're constantly thinking about what other people think, but the nature and adventure is what makes up for Brazil. The mountains, the beaches, you have everything in Brazil. You have the whole world in Brazil. You have New York, you have Avenida Paulista, you have the Maldives, in Maragogi. Everything is just a bus ride away, and it's each state is like a completely different planet. I'm trying to get to Sao Paulo, but I'm homeless right now after getting robbed. So I'm just trying to get to back to Sao Paulo where I have a place to stay, but just don't have enough money for a bus ride back to Sao Paulo. Yeah, let me know if you've lived in Brazil, because I mean, I like classy women, I like European women. European are a lot more outgoing, a lot more up for everything, but here they're too shy, too nervous, and too but a Brazilian who's been if you find a Brazilian who's been to USA, then they know what they're less scared of you then. But here they're a lot more scared of foreigners, nervous. But if you find a Brazilian that's been to England or USA, then they're a lot cooler, a lot more open-minded. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's like Mexico. Brazil is controlled by the gangs, so they're constantly thinking about what people think. But places like Curitiba here are really cool, much more relaxed. But in Rio de Janeiro, they constantly think about what people think and looking over the shoulders. Like say, for example, if I stop and talk to a woman in Lebanon, everybody stops and stares like I'm some kind of alien. Everybody stops and stares. Like in Lebanon, it's a really paranoid environment. Like here, you see the military police here. They have them everywhere. But in Brazil, in Lebanon, if I find an attractive white woman, which is very hard to find in Brazil, it's mostly in Rio de Janeiro, it's mostly African, and they want to get with African kind of looking people so they don't stand out. Yeah, and I like European kind of women. But say here, like the security guard here, you see, if this was Lebanon shopping mall, I'd stop and talk to a nice-looking European white woman, like blonde woman. The security guard there with a machine gun would stop and stare at me, and it makes you feel nervous. Like you can't relax and talk to a woman there in Lebanon or the night, which is the nice part of Brazil. Like the security guard there. Even here, yesterday I stopped and talked to a woman, and the security guard there was like with a machine gun, just like staring at me, like I committed some kind of crime, like I just committed the worst crime. Yes. Whereas in USA, you can do videos, you can have fun and talk to people. People are a lot more relaxed because they feel a lot more safe. But here, the people a lot more nervous, which caused them to be a lot more conservative. Which is cool because I can enjoy the nature and I can enjoy the real things that matter in Brazil, like the mountain climbing, the nature and everything in Rio. No place is perfect. Like USA has its pros and cons, but yeah. But if you watch my other videos, I discussed all that flupa. But many people don't say the truth because you can't say this truth in Brazil because a lot of people get offended. They take it out of context. They don't see the good and the bad and the yin and the yang. Yeah, like Mexico, Mexico, like. You stop and talk to anyone in Mexico, you get the same thing because it's controlled by the cartel. I think it's more paranoid in Mexico. I don't know, because of the cartel. Anytime you stop and talk to a woman, constantly think it's kind of ruined. There's no freedom. You want to live a life of freedom, but you can't. In this social media day and age, anyway, as well. Oi, Edelin dos Santos Florentino. You Mexican, Italian. Donde você mora? The Florentino know me. Now he's going to get back to work. Gonna have some clients to teach online. course I lived in Rio. If you check out my videos, I've lived in Rio for 3 years. So yeah, check out my videos, man. I've lived in Rio for 3 years. Lived in Fortaleza, Petropolis, Teresópolis, Belo Horizonte, Curitiba, Foz do Iguaçu. I worked as a bartender in Foz do Iguaçu. Yeah, so check out my videos on Rio. But Rio was I got robbed in Rio during the attacks, so I'm here to escape it because otherwise I was homeless on the streets. And during the gang wars, you can't be homeless on the streets with what was happening. But I came to Sao Paulo and came to Curitiba, did some travelling, and I stayed with a host here. And it's nice to finally relax after months of Rio. My heart was like my heart rate was through the roof after not being able to relax for months. So I needed to just relax and see some other places. Curitiba style. It's like it reminds me of the unknown Polish towns around Europe, or the unknown towns around Europe. Not much going on here. Very overcast. Hardly any sun. It makes the people really mellow. So it isn't the best place to make videos. Where Sao Paulo is a lot of outgoing people to make videos, like the energy in New York City. Here they're not used to foreigners as well, so they're a bit more scared and cagey. But it's nice to relax, take a breath. So yeah, Curitiba. around a bit, Shiva. Need a wee. Should we talk to someone? Let me know if you want me to talk to anyone, guys. Do anything. Olá, boa tarde. Tudo bem, amigo? Não tem pitaya, dragon fruit. Não tem pitaya, no. It's beautiful. Yeah, obrigado. Usually they have you can see it's really raining outside. Really grey. It's like Manchester. Black balloons. Suits gothic. Rainy grey Curitiba. It's chilly, cold as well. I've never tried Popeyes. They have a Popeyes here. I might do a video of a British guy trying Popeyes for the first time. Should have talked to someone. Get some viewers in, and then maybe I might talk to someone. I might start doing live streams like this, and you guys give me instructions of what to do, whether to talk to some women or whether to talk to anyone. If you can pick out a woman I should talk to, and then just talk to them. Oh, it's good, amigo. It's good. Yeah. Everyone, I got people sort of nodding at me and waving at me, thinking I was Jesus Christ yesterday with my beard and my hair. So, let me know if you want me to do anything, guys. But yeah, this is good. It's really cool. I might get a Popeyes and meow. I'm sure what that is. It's like starving. Oh, just torturing myself looking at this food when I can't afford it. Oh, he might leave some food here. Being a homeless person, this is what I did once in Sao Paulo. I looked for food to eat. Might take those. You can, nah, it's not worth it. Fries aren't worth it. Just let me know if you want me to do anything, guys. It's really cheap one. Popeyes. I've never tried Popeyes, might be the same to KFC or something. What's this? Coffee. I didn't even know Brazil had these like kind of donuts. I want to have a day where just have coffee and donuts and chill out. Okay, this is potatoes. I might eat that. Might be able to do that. You know, the guards watching me. Oh, the security always watching you here. That's really cool. I miss Dunkin' Donuts. Like, I'm craving Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know why. But I might try these donuts here. But I'm gonna fast. I've got no money for food, so I'm gonna fast for like 2 days. That makes me appreciate food even more. But hopefully then I'll have money for some food. Oh man. Might do videos. I might go to every shopping mall in Brazil and just do live videos like this, and you can guys tell me what to do. I can just talk to someone. See, not many attractive Brazilians here. Not many Brazilians I would like, you know, pick up here. But in Sao Paulo, you have more hot-looking women. But here's a very mellow, it's very boring kind of city, so they're not used to hospitality, they're not used to excitement, so hey guys, we're back in England, we're back in Manchester, the grey kind of weather, with the colonial Portuguese architecture. Freddo. I recognise Freddo because that's the ice cream in Argentina. Freddo. These are all stores that are doing the How to Win a Car, I think. Yeah, I'm trying to. I can't afford it though. It costs like it's only 50 rails. If I get enough money, I might do that tomorrow. But I'm going to be up all night in the station. It costs like 50 rails, which is like it's only like $5 or something like that. I think 50. Something like $15 or $10 for the all-you-can-eat breakfast. I'm not sure. I didn't even know. I've never seen you before, Franklin. I didn't even know you watched my videos. But thanks for keeping tune. But yeah, I'll try and get the all-you-can-eat breakfast again because that fills me up. I've not eaten for 3 days since that all-you-can-eat breakfast because it fills me up for about 3 days, and then I can fast for about 3 days, having all those eggs and fruits and everything in my stomach. Lasts me a long time. That was like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So yeah, I've not eaten since then. But it's a good way to save money and fill myself up. If I get 50 rails for that, or any kind of donation, then I might be able to do that breakfast again to tide me over. Because that has eggs, it has cereal, all the fruits. It has some tomatoes as well, which can help sustain me for 3 days at least. But yeah, if you can help out in any way, Franklin, I'll do anything for you, and I'll send you videos or teach you Portuguese or English or do any online classes, or if you want me to do anything here in the live, just give me some instructions. If you want me to talk to any woman or do anything here or make any videos for you or do anything that's live right now, I can go walk around and go talk to anyone you like or do anything you like. Do absolutely anything you like. As long as it doesn't get me arrested, just let me know what you want me to do here and I'll do it for you. If you can send any donation or anything in my... Really? Oh, nice one, Franklin. Yeah, I did that video in Paraguay where I finally had a place to stay. I had a nice apartment because someone gave me an apartment staying during from a couch surfing host. But yeah, you should comment more, Franklin, because usually I think we have Chad and Chaz Style, Groddington. He usually comments a lot. But I didn't know I had any other viewers, so thanks a lot. We have Flooper here. Style, my man, he's my main man. He's been commenting a lot. He's been picking up girls all around Latin America and rapping around Latin America. But yeah, nice to... Are you British, man? Because usually a lot of British viewers follow me from seeing my Tom Torero video. I might do another video on that, and I want to do another video on the death of Ricky Hatton, who's another fellow Mancunian British guy. But yeah, I got robbed in Rio since, so I can't really afford the breakfast right now. So I'm just homeless here in Brazil, trying to get back to Sao Paulo, get some money to get back to Sao Paulo where I have a friend to stay with. Oh man, Franklin, I didn't know. It's good to see you though, Franklin. You should comment more. I'll maybe do some videos for you. If you want me to do any videos here or anything for you whilst I'm in Brazil, just let me know and I'll give you a shout out and I'll do a video specifically for you. But if you're a fan of Tom Torero, let me know if you want me to get up and talk to any women here or do anything you like or ask any women here any questions or anything at all. As long as it doesn't get me arrested, just let me know if you want me to do anything at all for you whilst we're here in the shopping mall. Oh, South Manchester, that's the posh area of Manchester. I'm from Denton in Horton Green. I was raised there, Denton Primary High School, and then I went to Audenshaw High School for boys. So I went to an all-boys school. Yeah, I didn't speak to women until I was 21. But nice to see a fellow Mancunian man. So you might understand my accent, so... Cool, Franklin, yeah. We should team up. I didn't know you were a viewer, man. It's good to finally... You should speak up more. It's good to have a Mancunian viewer. But yeah, we have a fellow brother, Marco here. Franklin, Marco, Star King Marco, and yeah, Chad Groddington. I think he's from Canada. We have other people living around Latin America, and I'm trying to get to Asuncion right now, but I've got no money. Asuncion finally to make some great videos and have great women there. Remote open. Yeah, if you can send any donation, man, any at all, Franklin, I'll do anything for you, and I can do a specific video from you. Like, hey, if you want me to do anything, like speak to any women or anything like that, just let me know. You can comment here, or I can teach you English, Portuguese or Spanish. I teach online, but I lost all my clients due to doing volunteer work. I used to teach online during night time, but I was doing volunteer work. And where I was doing volunteer work, I didn't have any Wi-Fi in the cabin, so it caused me to lose some of my teaching clients. I was teaching clients in Japan and Korea. So I was working all day, then I was working all night as an English teacher, and as an English teacher online. Since I lost my clients, I've not been able to make money. I lost all my money and I got robbed in Rio. I was teaching them like 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and working physical labour during the daytime for a bed, but I had no Wi-Fi, so I lost all my clients that I was teaching online. Yeah, I also have my PayPal and my Cash App in my bio. If you can send any donation, Franklin, I really appreciate it. I'll do anything for you. I'll make any video for you, and I can get the all you can eat breakfast, which is only $10 for the all you can eat breakfast. I can teach you Spanish and Portuguese on WhatsApp. Yes, my WhatsApp in the bio also, or I can also make any video for you here, specifically for you. I can give you a shout out or do anything you want in a live like this. Just give me instructions and I can do anything you like. Do any touring videos, do any adventure videos. If you want to see any city in Brazil or anything about Brazil, just let me know. If you want a teacher, if you want me to do some training videos or kickboxing videos, gymnastic videos, fitness videos, health videos, or anything at all, if you want to, anything at all that comes to your mind. I'm here for you, my man, Franklin. Plus, obviously the flights to Manchester are very expensive, that's why I'm not back in Manchester. Yeah, the South of Manchester's pretty posh. I think that's like, there's some nice women there as well, in the South of Manchester. Every time I went to the South of Manchester, you know, past Stockports, they were the ones who were cool talking to me. So they're a bit more posh and a bit less hooligan kind of women that you find in Manchester. You have more class in the South of Manchester, like the women in London. got into one of my brothers on here. Not gonna stand. Laters guys, it's getting a bit cold here, so I have to go to the station where it's a bit warmer, where I can sleep all night there. Well, not sleep all night because you're not allowed to sleep, but I can be up all night in the station.